I am beginning to think that Tinubu invited the Americans to protect him. Thank God my ancestor didn't disappoint me this evening.
Good evening and thank you for joining us today. How are you?
Esther.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. And you?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not too happy.
What's the reason?
Well, things in the polity are not looking friendly. And things are very expensive, Barrister. My favorite soup that I cooked this weekend.
You mean the one I gave you the money
You didn't give me the money.
Okay. How about the shopping I took?
You did not do any shopping.
So what will I do to make you happy?
Have you done anything in the first place to make me happy?
Okay. What will I do to make you happy? Because you need to be happy to do this job.
I'm serious. Barrister, oil is very expensive. So expensive. Including stockfish. And that's the potent seasoning for oha soup. I didn't find it funny during the weekend. I couldn't cook a big pot of soup because of that.
Don't worry, I'll add more money this weekend.
No, not that you will add more money. You've not brought money before. You will bring money now.
No problem. I will write a check this evening.
Check.
I must write it.
It's just to transfer. No need to do check.
In fact, your spirit is there.
Darlington Agumwa, thank you for joining us on the evening rush today.
Yes, baby.
Is here.
And with all the bad news.
Really?
Now, is there any challenge news from those states to Abuja to Aerofy to... In fact, this country is like one wicked evil spirit. I've taken over Nigeria.
We're hoping that this dark phase will pass. All right? We're hoping that this dark phase will pass.
I pray it does not swallow Nigeria.
Don't worry. Let's look at the situation about possibly having 6 regions. Will that be better than what we have now?
It will not.
Why do you say so?
Before you can even do anything with your state police and whatever, you must clear this insecurity. These terrorists must leave Nigeria. Before you can do such a thing, there must be a stable society.
Yeah.
When you practice those regional government, didn't you see how Nigeria was? There was peace in all the regions. Is that not true?
At the time.
Good. And with this peace now, you saw how the regional leaders were competing to develop. They were competing to develop. When Nnamdi Azikiwe established a UNN in 1960, 2 years after, University of Ife followed. Then that Ahmadu Bello Zaria, it's like a competition because there was peace in the land. But the situation you have today, where people don't want, in fact, where people don't like progress, Esther, would they allow you to make any progress? Do you think that when they see the Southwest making for... Remember, when Jack Conde established the... What is that? The rail line, which they have paid for, to ease the transportation problem in Lagos. That was the year Buhari and Idiagbo took over. And they cancelled the contract. Years later, when they asked, he said, yes, so that Lagos will not be developed more than Kano. You can imagine. So these are the issues. There are people that they don't want to see you make progress. They will never allow you to make, they want you to remain where they are. This is why some of us have been saying this union is not working. Even the white man that brought this union, he knew that it will not work. That's why he said after 100 years, are we not past 100 years? So what is holding us? It's even worse now. The best thing is to call a meeting of the regions, especially the northern region, and say, look, the union is over. Can we go our separate ways so that this killing and all this, it will stop? So that you cannot be using the resources from the south here to pay bandits and kidnappers and terrorists. Because 80% of the money that they are being used to pay them, Esther, where did it come from? No, tell me, where did the money come from? Is it not from the southern region here? So when you now kidnap yourselves over there, you can now use your own money to pay them. Maybe when you feel the pinch, you know whether you will stop it or not. I am beginning to think that Tinubu invited the Americans to protect him. Maybe for what he wants to do. He is not very sure of his protection and all that. And so he invited them here. Because since they came, they have not done anything of significant importance to the insecurity bedeviling Nigeria. So I'm beginning to think, I'm suspecting, I'm not too sure, but I'm suspecting that he brought them here maybe for protection and all that. That is one. Then two, it will be impossible for Tinubu to confront the North with the way things are going and with whatever agreement he's signed with them, which they have been banding about. You know, they are threatening him with the promise that it is not the promise you made, that this is not the agreement we had, that they are not going to give him 65% of the votes again. And you remember here, they have said it severally. So with all this, Tinubu may not be in the mood to confront them. Because if he's a strong leader, he would have done something before the Americans coming here now. He would have done something. If he's truly a strong leader. I don't see anybody who will criticize him if he go after the terrorists. The North will even be happy that he has cleared these guys for them. But he doesn't have the will to do that. He doesn't. Have you seen him make any statement against these terrorists? I mean, any statement warning them or threatening them? He has not. So keeping quiet is because he cannot afford to say it and offend them. Remember, one northern leader told you and I one time that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North. And when Jonathan wanted to exterminate them with General Ejirika, the North fled up. They fled up and was writing the petition that this man want to exterminate them. This man was, you know. And so with all that criticism, Jonathan had to withdraw General Ejirika. And they came back in full force. So the North have always been in bed with these terrorists. And the facts are there. There was two Northerners Obasanjo wanted to help reach out to the terrorists so that they can end this thing. Immediately they finished the meeting with Obasanjo and go back to the North. They killed the two of them. They killed the two of them. So these people, it's like they want to leverage on the terrorism. They want to use it to instill fear in you and I so that whatever they ask for, we'll do it. That is all what I think here. And that's what I think Tinubu is afraid of. And so, if he doesn't apply the systems or use the leverage of Americans, this thing you are telling me here, he will not achieve it. He will not achieve it. I'm not joking. And this terrorism will persist. Even beyond 2031, whoever is going there, they will continue to use the terrorism as a leverage against the person. Remember what he said? He said in the night, some men with a very powerful jeep will come with food and order to give these kidnappers. Remember?
Yeah.
And then when they are going, the money they paid will be loaded in Ghana must go and they will carry it away. Okay. We played the invoice with the voice note here. Is that not true? Esther, is that not true? So who are those people behind it? Free money for oil money collected from Niger Delta. Instead of Azari Dokuwo to be asking himself questions, he'll be here talking what is not. Thinking that they are going to give him a contract again. These are real issues that nobody wants to talk about. But that's the reality. Esther, that is the reality. You want to because in that First Republic, because of the landmass in the North, they were giving us food. They were using that resources. You know, you remember the famous Granite Pyramid in the North? That was what they used to build the Ahmadu Bello University. Those I told you here that land is the resources on its own. You can use land to produce, in fact, anything.
So with this number of natural resources, the North ought to be one of the richest regions in this country.
That is the laziness we are talking about, Esther. Oil have made them lazy. They have 83% of the oil well in Niger Delta, and so because of this largesse, these privileges, they forgot to now mine the resources in the north. They kept it, maybe for their own children, for future use. Meanwhile, they are depleting the resources in the south here. This is the reason why we must interrogate this union. It is unbalanced.
The funny thing is that the states that supposedly have these resources, like rivers, Bayelsa and the likes, they still are not as developed as they ought to.
You said what?
They're not as developed as they ought
they kept them down. Yes.
You see residents complain of the deplorable state of living.
Exactly.
If you go to Warri now, you see the state there in Bayelsa, even in rivers, deplorable states.
So
if we have those resources, basically, how come the states are not matching up?
Really?
Yes, it's serious.
Go and listen to what was said on October 12, 1960 about these minorities. Go 11 days after independence. Go and see the impression of a particular leader about the minorities. How they are going to use and suppress them. They will never be their own. Go. It's there in the internet. Google it. You now know why those places are where they are. And over the years, nobody is thinking of developing. When you are using their resources, you can see now. So, in fact, it's a matter of time, Esther. You see this in their runaway, it will happen because the imbalance is so much, the deceit is so much, it's so much that it's a matter of time before things will get to a head. You cannot continue to oppress and suppress the people in this manner over their own resources. Meanwhile, your own resources, you don't want anybody to come close or touch it. You kept your own and you come down here. One man in Dini who was an in-law to Buhari, he had an oil well. With the money he made, so much money, he had to pay $500 million to be a chair in a U.S. university. Esther, you can imagine, just because he had free money to play around with. When they want to please you, they will give you just one oil well. Danjuma sold his own and made a $3 billion, and he came out to say he doesn't know what to do with money. I said, Danjuma, when Obasanjo was looking for third term, he gave him one, and he sold it off and made a hell of money. And this is all around, all of them, all the big men, they made their money through oil well in the south. Yes, sir. Imagine 83% of the oil well in the Niger Delta belongs to the northerners. What does that tell you, Esther? What does that tell you? These are issues that people need to interrogate. These are issues that the Southerners have been crying about. Unfortunately, our Niger Delta people, they don't even understand. They prefer to remain where they are instead of fighting for their liberation and all that. They use them, and after using them, they dump them. Go and ask Kensaro Wewa and other Ijo men what happened to them. When they were asking for resource control, instead of listening to them, they killed all of them. Esther, they killed them. And their people have not learned any lessons. So when the Igbo man is agitating through Biafra, there is a point they are making here, Esther. We cannot continue to be monkey the work, baboon the chop. Is that not what is causing problem?
How would an administration that imported something want to decimate it?
Good, that's what
and create regionalism?
Exactly. You know they say whatever you sow, you will reap. You can see now, because people are telling us that this insecurity, it was there before Tinubu. You can see. Those who think that we can forget history, but they cannot remember who imported it. They cannot remember. All of a sudden, they've developed amnesia. Each time you make noise and talk about this, they will say, after all, the insecurity was there before Tinubu.
But
how was it imported?
You said they developed what?
Is that what?
You said they developed what?
Yeah. What are you saying? People don't develop amnesia, B?
Sir, it's not amnesia.
It's what?
Amnesia.
You see, the other time
no, you equalize the name, sir.
Come. Hold on. The last time I checked,
sorry, sir,
you are not. You didn't study English.
Sorry, but you
I called. I'm upstairs the other time. You said this. You were calling another thing, and I told you how my people call it. So, will I change my tongue because of you?
No.
What is wrong with you? You this APC girl. No. I will call something. You not respect my. Did I study English? No, I studied law now.
Amnesia.
The other one I called, don't call.
Barrister is amuputan. Not what you called it.
What did I call it?
I don't know. But please proceed.
I'm calling it so that you'll understand it very well.
No.
So that you understand. Anyway, they develop it, they will not remember. But you and I know the truth. Now that truth is haunting us. And we have forgotten where we are coming from. Okay. You can see how I quarrel with people. That is what we are talking about today. This thing we are doing today now, Esther, it will haunt them in future. Yeah. And when it starts, people will now forget how it started. And they will be blaming the person that is in government that time. You can see the problem. So whenever I tell you that we are creating problem for ourselves, these are my facts. When APC was doing all this thing because of power, did they know that they will be the one to harvest it, Esther? It's even more dangerous now because this thing have rubbish everything they have planned to do or whatever they have done. With this insecurity, I don't think Tinubu is going to make one single progress in his administration. Because without security, there will be no progress, Esther.
Yeah.
Without security, there will be no progress. Lagos cannot be the center of the whole Nigeria, and it's not possible. If everybody descend on Lagos to come and enjoy the largesse, Esther, Lagos will just implode with what? With insecurity on its own. Because by the time the resources are stretched to the limit, Esther, what do you think will happen? Won't there be problem? Meanwhile, Lagos have no land. Just 3,575 square kilometers. I mean, yes now. Is that the size of Lagos that will contain how many people? You know there will be problem. So the earlier this thing is settled, so that people can go back to their states and do what they have to do for themselves. In fact, where is the land for even mass farming in Lagos? I mean, 500,000 hectares of land. Where is it in Lagos, Esther? Is there any place like that where you will see mass farming like you see in the north? An entire size of a state will be for farming seed and all that. People stay there Monday till Friday, maybe on weekend they will go back to their homes. You don't have such a space in Lagos here. So how long will they continue? Lagos is viable. Then people will be coming inside here to enjoy the viable Lagos. Before you know it, what will happen, Esther? No, before you know it, what will happen? Look at this thing they are talking about, house problem. Is it not because the housing need is too small compared to those who need it?
Yes.
Is that not the reason?
The migration here is something else.
That is what is part of the problem. When you talk of this one, talk of the other side. The reason why the house rent are now up in the climbing to the roof because many people are demanding for this house, but they are not there. The houses are not there. The building materials are too expensive.
The houses that are there are very expensive and they're not affordable.
That is it. And nobody is building because the building materials are too expensive.
No, Barrister, people are building.
Building where? Where are they building?
How many people? Actually.
Where are they building?
I mean, you saw what happened with Oworishoki, Makoko. You can see that those places have been bought already and will be built. It is government,
Esther. It is government that is behind all those. Don't use it. You don't use it to compare. I'm talking of private businessmen like us. You can't go near building materials now. It's too expensive. And so when they manage to build one, they will put all the money inside it. To the extent that people are now going for 1 bedroom self-apartment, a 2-bed. Unfortunately, we are the one bearing the brunt because the most cheapest house in Lagos today is 3-bedroom flat. And all my houses are 3-bed. My agent came today, said I should partition. I said no, I don't want all those. You know, even the other side. I said I don't want. That is my taste. It is the cheapest accommodation now. 3-bedroom flat. People are partitioning. One came and told me that look where he went to the kitchen. If somebody is there doing something, except you come out and no other person will go inside that kitchen.
Yeah.
That is kitchen. Kitchen.
No, that one is kitchenette. I don't think that's a kitchen.
These are the issues here. And I don't like such a I will get to my compound. I will see load here and there. No, I will tell everybody to leave. That's why I created a no space.
I love spaces actually.
Can you just imagine? What was you telling me? Put boys quarter here, say boys waiting. So that what will happen? I don't want all those things. That is me, oh. But I am not every landlord now. So these are the issues that come with a squalor. When spaces are not there, when people are living in squalor, you can't have space, no fresh air. They are not thinking of all this. So make this insecurity go away. All these people that are driving Okada and constituting, they will go back to their state and start working. Is that not true? They ran away because their life is not safe. Government is not thinking about all these things. They are not thinking of election as if election is the ultimate. Are you not going to rule over people that are alive? Is it people that are dead? Even this thing that I'm telling you about Niger State, do you know that Niger State can sell some of their land to other states? Are you aware? Viable state can come and buy land in Niger State. It happened in America. America had to buy Alaska from Russia, Soviet Union, 1867. They bought it from them. How much? I think about $7 million or so. Was it up to that? Yes, 7 million. A whole state. Today, that Alaska is hosting 50% of gold reserves in America.
You're right, sir. I think that was in 1867. $7.2 million.
Good. Thank God my ancestors didn't disappoint me this evening.
You're quite intelligent,
So they look at that. They bought it, oh. They bought it at that time. Look at what that benefited. Even Detroit, automobile capital of the whole world, Detroit, they bought it from France.
That treaty ended Russia's presence.
Can you just imagine?
In America.
You can do all these things, Esther. That land that is lying fallow there, that nobody, they can go and buy it, and use it for something better. Look, it pains me so much the way we are behaving in this country. We are not thinking deep, Esther. We are not thinking seriously. Even Kogi. Do you know that Kogi alone is the size of the entire Southeast? Are you aware?
Yeah, Kogi
29,000.
And they have good natural resources. And now they are.
Can you just imagine? You
can see the insecurity there. Most of the states where you see these activities, obviously they have beautiful natural resources that Nigeria has not been able to explore. Certain individuals are privately exploring it only for their personal pockets, displacing the residents there, the originals there. They're displacing them. That's basically what is happening.
I don't want to get worked up. What I remember all these things, it's very painful. Serious. It's like nobody is thinking in Nigeria. Esther, something other countries are begging for. God gave it to us on a platter of gold, and we are not using it for. We are not using it for good purpose. To enhance our life, to deepen our democracy, to do things that will bring progress. We are not using it, Esther. Esther, we are not using it.